Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is your boy, the Plant Bender, aka Charles, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about something that is primarily what my channel is based off of, and it is how to save money while being a plant parent. If you know anything about me, if you follow my Instagram, if you follow me on YouTube, I love to spend money, but I also love to save money. And I love to spend money on things I'm interested in, my hobbies, things like that. But I like to do it in a financially safest way I can do possible. So in today's video, I'm going to show you some of the little things that I do to save money so I can splurge or maybe even grow my plant collection on a budget. So let's dive in. As somebody who started, or I will say as somebody who really dove into their plant parent lifestyle during the pandemic in early 2020, I was out of work. My career is in the hospitality industry, so as you know, the world shut down. People weren't traveling, hotels were closed, restaurants were closed. I was out of work for much of 2020, but I fell in love with a hobby that costs money. Luckily, I had a savings. Luckily, I was able to find a little bit of work here and there, but I wanted to grow my plant collection and I needed to know how to do that while saving money. And I found a few things that were free or relatively low cost or were reusable that kind of helped me in the beginning that I still use now, especially as somebody who is in the progress of growing their own plant business, looking for retail space, working on opening up a plant shop in my local town here, which is a very small town. Sorry, there is a fungus gnat that decided to show out and show up during this video. But so here are a few of my tips and tricks
A few moments later.
Tips and tricks that I used, that I used during this journey. And the first one being reusable food containers from restaurants, fast food places, things like that. These things have saved me so much money. As somebody who loves to cut and propagate my plant babies, when I tell you, I don't know if I'm allowed to say their name. So this is a food container from Banana Bees that I order from quite regularly, and it makes a beautiful container for my propagations. I don't want to tip it forward, so insert photo, future me. These are Cebu Blue cuttings. There's probably close to 20 in here, and I'm not even halfway full. I put some sphagnum moss in here, some coconut coir, which I will show you as another plant saving tip later. Put the top on. It even comes with these little vents because it had hot food in it. So if I feel like it's getting too wet in there, I open them up, let it kind of air out a little bit. If I wanted to get a little bit more moisture, I clip them down. I was buying the food already. Might as well wash this out and use this to propagate in. I've used this probably 10 times to propagate plants in that I have then sold. So I've definitely paid for this order of Banana Bees. If you've ordered from any Chinese food restaurant, you've gotten soup in this container. This container is a saving grace. It is thick plastic. It's clear, comes with a clear lid. Don't have to worry about it. I mean, it's great for your own food saving, but I have propagated so many plants in here and I've already paid for it for dinner. I have probably 50 of these in my cupboard that I'm like, don't use these. These are for plant propagations. They are perfect. Why would I go buy bins and all that other stuff when I have these already? And in the same vein, this is a salad container from a local convenience store. If you're familiar with Pennsylvania, it's red, open 24 hours. They sell empty go orders, and this is a salad container. I have my Anthurium crystallinums in here. I grew these from seeds, and they are now beautiful. They will be for sale soon in my market, so be on the lookout for that. But these are my Anthurium crystallinums growing in a salad container. They love it in here. I can just seal it tight to get the humidity when I feel like they need it. I can open it. I think the salad costs like $5, and I've used this container how many times? Saving money right there. The next budget-friendly tip I have for you guys is Dollar Tree. If you have a Dollar Tree in your town, go there in the spring and summertime. They put out garden supply. My 3 favorite things I use from there. 1, they sell cases of nursery pots. I think this had like 5 or 6 nursery pots in it for $1. Now it might be $1.25 with inflation. Are they like the sturdiest? Are they the strongest? No. But do they serve a purpose, especially if you're just trying to propagate something or, you know, put something somewhere for you to transplant later? They serve their purpose. As you see, I have this gorgeous pearls and jade propagating in here. It works perfectly fine for what I needed to. Like I said, I got 6 of them for about $1, maybe $1.05. I've bought nursery pots that I've paid 75 cents, 80 cents, even $1 per pot for. Definitely a great find. So your local Dollar Tree, it has to be Dollar Tree, not Dollar General. Okay? Included in that, something I found last summer at my local Dollar Tree. I will insert a close-up if this does not do it justice. These are dehydrated COCO core rectangles that they sell at the Dollar Tree. They are $1, $1.05, $1.25, depending where you live. This square right here, you add water to it, and it is literally, they say 10 times the size, and it does do that. They grow so big. It gives you so much. Now, personally, I would not plant in these because I do find that they hold a lot of water because it is COCO core. It is 100% organic, so that's an upside, but it does hold water. So I use these to propagate. I went last summer and spent like $50 and got 50 of these. And I use these to propagate, and you can reuse them. When I'm done propagating in them, I just kind of let them dry out. They shrink down, not to this size, but they do shrink down some, and then you can just rewater them and they expand. These have been great. These things are a lifesaver. I have so many things propagating in these, especially being a new plant shop owner. These are a saving grace. I propagate in these. They are 100% COCO core. This is natural wood fiber, so there's a little bit of wood in there. You can definitely tell. I try to stay away from that just for personal reasons, but these work great for propagation, especially if you are a new plant parent. Like I said, they are $1. This cupboard behind me, filled with them. So my next tip is going to also come from the Dollar Tree or $1.25 tree.
Okay.
It is these little condiment cups that they sell, I think, in the party section. These are great for propagations, especially if you start from like seedlings or seeds. I have some, those anthuriums I showed you guys earlier. I got those as seeds. So I grew them starting in these little condiment cups, let them, turn into little seedlings until their roots got healthy enough for me to put them in, their individual cups or in the dirt like I showed you earlier. So these condiment cups, yes, I think they were like 10 for like at the time I think they were 10 for $1, but I think they're like 10 for $1.05 or whatever now. So that is the next thing that I definitely take advantage of. If you are a plant parent, especially in an apartment, you don't have a lot of space, you will find that sometimes you have to go up. Well, going up could sometimes mean you run out of space also. So these corner shelves. So these corner shelves, they are from Five Below or 555 Below now. These have been a lifesaver. They fit into most standard corners in houses, apartments, and things like that. They're not that big, so you're realistically only probably going to get one plant on here, maybe a vining plant, something like that. Something that doesn't need too much light because, again, it's made for the corner. Probably not the best lighting situations, but these have helped me tremendously. I promise guys, I will be doing a plant tour. I know you all keep asking. Like I've said before, it's winter time. I'm just now finally getting things into their places for the rest of the year. Everything was kind of just like thrown into corners that had grow lights or any sort of light happening. So I want to kind of get everything back into place before I do a plant tour. So yes, but these shelves, $5.55, they have them like this kind of wicker material, but they also sell them in like a clear acrylic. They are amazing. They help with like those smaller plants that you just need to kind of get out of the way there. And then my final tip, hydrogen peroxide. And this, my local Dollar General, I buy this in my Dollar General. Right now, inflation, I think it's going for like $1.05, $1.25 for the bigger bottles here. And I think it's still 99 cents for like the bottles that are a little bit smaller. But hydrogen peroxide, starting out, if you don't have the money to necessarily spend on pest prevention or pest control, or if say fungus gnats are like your biggest thing and you don't have the, you know, sometimes, especially at the big box stores, a little bottle of insecticide could be $10, $15, which can be a lot for a lot of people. So hydrogen peroxide, especially for fungus gnats, use this every time you water, use it in your soil. It's an affordable way to help out, at least do something, you know, cause a little bit of change in your houseplant parenting without breaking the bank. It's also a great kind of root steroid. So if you have root rot or your roots are maybe suffering, hydrogen peroxide, highly recommend when you're watering. So those are all of my tips. I think, yes, I don't see anything laying down below me anymore. So those are all my kind of low budget tips for my new plant parents. Let me know below what are some of your favorite tips, maybe some of your local spots that sell affordable things that you kind of turned into plant tips. And I'll see you next time.